you all. So, this is my very first video. Again, very nice to meet you all. I am a avid board gamer. I have a number of games in my collection, some big, some small. This being on the smaller end of things. This is Firm with Brownies, otherwise known as Little Factory. This is an engine builder game from 1 to 4 players. I wanted to use this as my first video because, well, let's just say I really love this game. It's a great little solo time waster, little bit of a nice filler game, and can be a nice little alternative to games like Splendor or Century Spice Road or other engine builder games. So, I'm just gonna quickly bring you up here. The reason why I have this edition of it, this is the Japanese version that you can get online. I mainly got this because, well, let's just say it's got much better artwork than the original and English release of Little Factory. I really like the anime art style. The little brownies look really, really adorable. Absolutely love it. Before we actually get set up, I just wanted to take you through a few of the cards that are here and just tell you a brief synopsis of the game before we have a little game. So in this game, the aim of the game is to get 10 points. First person to do so wins. You can either get points from point cards like this, which you can get from buildings, or from the buildings themselves. This is a little example of a building here. If I can show you a little closer. The building has a point value. It also has a little bonus effect that you can trigger once on your turn. It has a monetary cost here and a building cost here. Let me show you another example of a good one. Let's have a look at this one. As you see, this one has 2 points and also has down here a means of trading resources into point cards, which are these things here. Also, it has a much larger cost because of that to buy it, and has a more interesting to get resource to build it. I'll explain that a little bit better in a little bit. But for now, I just wanted to show you the lovely artwork of this game. So, in this game, you've got level 1 resources like this. It says cattle, but obviously it's a little cow. Happy little cow there. It's adorable, isn't it? Got some charcoal, a couple of charcoals, some flour, some thread, bricks, timber, and a little sheepy. Everyone loves a little sheepy. Some cut stone, and there's a little fish. You also have a plethora of raw materials to make them out of. You've got some dirt, some clay, got some stone there, some wheat, got some wood and cotton as well. also have level 2 materials. These are nice and special because there's very few of them. There's only one copy of each. As you can see, you've got a fishing rod, stone wool, cloth. You can milk a cow to get that one. Iron, leather, meat, bread, and a barrel as well. And let's have a quick look at the buildings as well. Now, these 5 cards have a different backing to the rest of the building cards. That's because these are the starting buildings. They will be on the row at the start of the game. We start off with the charcoal hut. It's good for making charcoal. The brick factory, which is good at making bricks. The quarry, which is good at making cut stone. The spinning mill, which is good at getting more thread. And last of all, the water mill, which is great at getting other things here. Yeah, flour, I mean. Alright. Let's have a quick look at some of these buildings as well. This one's a nice one. It gives you 5 points, but it's very expensive to build. The castle. Let's have another look-see around. You can sell some milk, make bread. That's the second most expensive thing in the game. The mansion, for 3 points. Okay. Well, that's an interesting card actually. I'll get on to why that's nice in a little bit. That one too. That one's also quite interesting. There's lots of interesting cards in here, which all do interesting things. Okay. I think for now, I'm going to do a little setup thing. Probably going to make it a little time lapse, trying to get the ball rolling, and so you can see the full setup. Okay, let's go. And we're back. So, in order to set up the game, you've just seen briefly how to do it, but I'm going to give a little explanation. All your raw material cards needs to be on this row. You need to have the same number of each card equal to the little guide at the bottom. The first number is for 2 players, next for 3 players, and the last one for 4 players. Whereas we're playing a solo, all we need to do is use the 2-player value. So there's 1 cotton, 3 wood, 2 of the others as well, for wheat, stone and clay. Okay, as for these 2 decks, you just shuffle them and place the cards out like this. For the level 1 cards, if you get to a duplicate, it stacks on top of each other, like you see, with the cut stone and the charcoal here. And you leave the deck to the side. As for the level 2 materials, you place 5 out like this. Normally you would keep the deck on the side here, but in a solo game we are going to remove this deck. This does mean that some of the buildings may be less useful than others, but for the solo game we won't need that. Last of all, you place the starting buildings up here. Make sure that this deck is shuffled, and then give yourself the 3 value seed funding card. This is your starting card in your hand. Okay, in this game, to get 10 points, we're going to need to get those buildings. But after each turn in a solo game, we will be discarding a building from either the display or the top of this deck here. So that means we may be losing certain cards along the way that we might need. So we need to be advantageous and get good cards into our tableau so that we can get a good engine rolling. Now, another thing is, when this deck is fully empty, the game is over, and we better have 10 points by the time that happens. If not, we lose. Quite unfortunate. But this game is not that hard. Solo can be a bit tricky depending on your setup. But let's have a go at this. Okay. So, you get 1 main action per turn. You can do one of 2 things. You can either craft, gather, or you can buy or sell. So the first thing we're going to do, I believe, is to gather. We're going to gather 1 more material. It's going to be 8 wood. That's just going to get placed into our hand like that. After that, we have to, unfortunately, discard a card from the building, deck, or display. I think we're not... I do want to keep this because we do have the bread in the game, because the bread requires both charcoal and wheat, and that's going to be a very good card for us. The milk is a very powerful card to have in the solo game, and we have a cow right here for us to take. So I kind of want to maybe combine these somewhat, see if we can get lots of money so that we can buy lots of stuff later on. But anyway, let's continue with this. So I need to discard, and I'm going to discard top deck, which is unfortunately a very good card for us. The bakery. That's very, very disappointing. Would have been very nice to have that, but it is our turn again. So we're going to now craft, I think. We're going to use this to pay for a charcoal card. As you can see, the crafting cost of it is 1 wood. That means that gets placed into our hand. Fantastic. Now we just need to use up another card, and I think we'll go for the top deck again. A little disappointing considering we had both the cloth and the wall in the game, but we'll just have to look elsewhere for opportunities. Okay, so now that we've got this charcoal, which is good for getting this, we need to get some other stuff at the moment, because at the moment we don't really have a whole lot. A good way of getting a lot of stuff in one is by buying and selling. All material cards have a monetary value, just at the bottom here. That means you can sell a card to buy multiple cards if you wish, or you can sell multiple cards to buy 1 card in return. So I think we're going to use our little seed fund card. Discard that from the game, and that gives us 3 money. So, what are we going to use that 3 money for? I think getting a bunch of materials is going to be best, so let us grab a wheat, a stone, and let's get another wood, I think. Just saying a maximum hand size is 7 cards. Can never go over 7. Right, I think we're going to discard another card off the top. That's not too bad. That card, we can't use the leather this game anyway. Okay, and I think from here we are going to use these two in order to get the little sheepy. Sheepy's going to be very useful next time. If there's an empty slot in the level 1s, we're going to replace it. We got some bricks. Not bad. Let us go from the top again. But we don't have the barrel in the game, so that's not too bad there. Good. Right, I think right now we are going to take this thread card because the top has this little card symbol. So that means you can reveal that card in your hand in order to just take the card as a action. So we've got a thread in our hand now. And we're replacing that with flour. We're going to need that. And in all honesty, I mean, getting the brick factory would be useful in the short term, but I don't think in the long term it'd be all that great. But we do have this. I think we'll go for the top again. That's a very bad card to lose, I think, because we had the milk in the game, but never mind. Okay, so I think right now we're in a pretty good spot. So I think what we're going to do is that we are going to trade in this charcoal. It's going to go to here, and we're going to build our first building, which is going to be the brick factory. We'll put him over here. And that's our turn done. So first of all, we replenish, and then we discard a card. So I believe this one, we'll need to discard this because 1 or 2 player game, it's near useless, I believe. We get a new card. Ooh, that could be useful. Gives us a way of getting timber. But I think for now, I think we're just going to get a clay card for our main action. And now we're going to use a bonus action on our brick factory card. This means that we can use it, discarding this, to make some bricks. Good way of making sure that you know which buildings you've used is tapping it like that. But I'm just going to leave these upright. Okay. Let's go for the top of the deck this time. Okay, that's a way of getting iron, but iron is not in this game, luckily. So, I believe what we wanted to do was to use this to build something. And we are going to build this, the quarry. And then we are going to immediately trigger the quarry in order to discard this to get a cut stone card. Lovely. Okay. We replenish. I think we probably want to keep this card around because we have the wall and we have a good way of getting bricks. So I think we want to keep that card there for now. And I'll go for the top of the deck. Hopefully it's not something bad. It's a little disappointing because this is a good card. This as a bonus action where you can buy a level 2 card. Quite nice actually. But we don't have it, unfortunately. It is gone. So I believe let's just use this and build the charcoal hut while we have it. That way we can at least get our charcoal easier. And it's a good way of getting sheep, but I don't really think we need it this game. I think I'm going to discard this, because I don't think we're going to need sheep. I've got a sheep in my hand and I've got ways of getting thread. Oh, this one's an interesting one. We'll need to buy it, but we do have the meat card in the game here. So this one could be quite good. We'll need to get a lot of money, and I think our money maker will be that over there. So I think right now I'm going to sell this, I believe, or do I want to make some cloth? Intriguing, very intriguing. I think we are actually going to sell this card because we're going to run out of time otherwise. So we're going to take a wheat card, we're going to take a clay card, we are going to take a wood card, and then we're going to do some converting. So we're going to use that for this to get... Actually, I can't do that. Dear me, I can't do that. We'll still keep it because we're going to need it. So I think for now we will convert this into charcoal. And we'll keep the others in our hand, I think. Don't normally make mistakes like that. That is very unfortunate. And I think we're going to take the... No, I think we'll take the top card again. Ouch, that is very painful. That was a very good card we could have had, but I think I got a little impatient, unfortunately. So, what to do next? I think it will probably be to get the flour next. And we've finally got some bricks. Top card, please be good. Okay, good. That's not horrible. Don't normally rely on the fish. But I think now we're going to use these two to get the bread card. Bread is very expensive in this economy, apparently. And we are going to discard this card. Again, quite an unfortunate discard, but I think we'll be okay. Because now we've got a very high value card in our hand, which means we can start buying some stuff. Right, let us think a little bit. I think we are going to sell this, or first we can convert this into some bricks. Luckily these you can use before or after your main action, but we do not replenish anything first. So I think right now it would be advantageous to think we are going to need to sell this card. I think that would be wise. So we're going to sell this. I'm going to put it over here for now. And we are going to buy the timber. Or, actually, I've got a better idea. I can buy this card, which is worth 6. And I still have 5 money remaining. Just remember, you can sell one card for multiple cards. So I think what we'll do, we're going to buy 2 of these as well, which means we've got 3 left to buy with. And I think we can take that, get another wood. We've got 1 more space remaining, so we might as well take a wheat card, I think. Yeah. We've got 7 cards in hand, which is lovely. Then we are going to start converting. So this is going to go into that with our charcoal hut. This is going to go into the cutstone with our quarry. And these are going to go into our sawmill for the timber card. You can see now how the engine builder part is running now. It's very, very much why I like this game. Now let's just replenish these. We got another cow. Got a fishy. Got a sheepy. Another timbery. And another bricky. This is going to come back here. And we have this, which I believe we will just discard that. Oh, that's an interesting one. That's worth 2. So this allows you to pay 3 money in and draw the top card off the level 1 deck. Quite an interesting card, but I don't really think we'll be going for it. And currently we've got, at the moment we've got 4 points right now. So we need to really get the ball rolling, because we've already expended like half the deck. So I think what we'll need to do is immediately just use this to build this card here. I think this is going to be our saving grace this game. Lovely. We are then going to reveal. Oh, that's not a bad card at all. But I think what we'll do is discard this. I really don't think we'll need this at all. Oh, even better. This allows you to buy a building as a bonus action. 12 money is a lot, but I think could be usable. But I think for now, we are going to, I think for now, we are going to collect clay, I think. Or we could sell something to get something else. I think, I think we are going to sell a card. I think we are going to sell the brick card. Maybe? I do like the bricks. No, I think what we'll do, we're going to sell the charcoal card. Really don't know if this is going to be biting me in the butt or not, but we'll see. And we'll get 2 more wood and a clay card. And then I'm going to convert these into a timber, which is a bit more money. So the only reason why I did it. We're going to hang on to this so that we can get this stone wall the next game, the next round. There's the word for it. Oh, as tempting as it would be, would like this card, but not enamored with it yet. I think we'll go for the top card. Oh, I think in this game I think we'll be fine, but it would have been a very nice card if we got this card here. But then again, I'd have to buy them, which is not great. at any rate, let's quickly use these and get the stone wall card. And then, you know what? I really don't think I'm going to be using one of these. Because if I've already lost that, this one's not going to be great to have unless it would be a last resort. So I think I'm going to discard this one. I don't think I'll need it. This one's interesting. It allows you to sell a level 1 material to buy a level 1 material. Kind of interesting, but not very usable here. But for now, I think what we'll do, we might as well just convert these now into 3 points. I'll put these down here. This means we're already on 8 points, so we're pretty close to the end goal. But I think right now, we're going to use this timber. But how are we going to use it? I kind of want to use it to maybe get a cow, I think. Because selling this could be quite useful. Because we could just pick up a cow. That's going over here. And I think we'll discard this card. Oh, drop that. Not exactly something I'd use this game, I think, but would have been nice. We could just build it, but not be able to use it. Interesting. I think for now, we're just going to milk the cow. That way we have a little bit more money in our hand. And then we'll discard this, because I do not need it to get... Oh, that allows us to sell a level 2 material as a bonus action. Could be interesting. Could be very, very interesting. But I think right now, money is a good thing. Or we could pick up that furniture store. Let's get rid of our cow and get that. See if we can maybe land ourselves something there. Oh, I think that's a prime target to get discarded. Oh, well, we're not going to get this one, but would be funny if we could try. I think that would be too much flexing, as it were. Right, how are we going to do this next move? I think we're going to sell the milk, because it's not very usable at the moment. We're going to pick up one of these. Then we'll pick up something else. Or, I mean, I'd be able to get the bricks this turn and then use it later. So, I think what I'm going to do... Don't know why I feel a little bit stuck on this. I think what I'll do is I'll get one of them, another one of them, and another one of them. So that's 4 cards total. Okay, I think, well, we're going to be discarding that. Oh, actually, before we do, I'm going to convert that into this, just because I can. Okay, now we're good to discard that. And means I can sell a fish. Interesting. That might be very good. I mean, we've pretty much won the game. All we need to do is get 1 point, but we're going to try and go for the best score that we can possibly get this game. So I think for now... Oh, probably should replenish that. I think, actually buying that card just outright is really good. Or, to start with, we're going to build another building. We're just going to build this, and we're going to trigger this as well, I think, to convert that into this. Fantastic. That should have been there as well. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Right, I think we just need to quickly shuffle this deck here so we can replenish. Just quickly shuffle. There we go. Get another cow and another brick. Let's replenish, and I'm not going to build that card, I don't think. That was the mansion there. Oh, the bread bit making card. Very interesting. We don't have any charcoal just yet, but we do have the flour. We can get the fish. I think we ought to abandon the sheep strategy, because we can just get that and get that, but we need to get the timber, and it's in the deck, and I don't think we're going to have enough time. I think we'll actually sell this, I think. And I think we're going to sell our flour as well. Or do we want to keep it? No, interesting this. I think we are going to sell it, because we can get this fish shop that can get us another point. Pop it over here, and then I'm going to do one little conversion just to get rid of these to get this. So we've got charcoal, and we've got that card, which is a accessory shop. I don't think we're going to need this, so let's just discard that one. Oh, and the milk shop was here all along. Right, well, I think what we'll do is just quickly convert this to some charcoal, and we are going to use this to stone the fish. Still find that a little bit funny, I guess. And then we'll immediately trade this in for our fish shop, so we get a point card as well. Okay, let's replenish. Another charcoal, another wheat, another flour. No, I think we'll discard this card here. Oh, there's the cattle ranch. A little bit late in the game to be getting that, but you may never know. In all honesty, I think maybe just going for some milk would be best, in which case... Oh, actually... There's only 2 cards left in the deck, so I've only got 2 turns left. Or at least 1 turn left. Actually, no, the game would end if I got that building. I think I might as well just end the game here. So, let's just build this. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get the milk, but... And then I'll just discard this one. And the deck is now empty, which means the game is at its end. Okay, I think we did pretty well there, but let's just collect up everything here, and then we'll see how many points we managed to get. Just quickly do this. Okay, so we've got 4 point cards at least, so that's a good start. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points. Quite successful, but, well, it's not the best score that I've had. Got a little bit annoyed at the beginning of the game when we lost those 2 bread selling buildings, but That's par for the course for the game, I believe. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this lovely video. I hope you have a lovely day, and hopefully this convinces you to maybe pick up this game, or maybe Little Factory, because these are some fantastic games. And yes, you can play up to 4 people with them, which can get a little bit, well, how should we say? I mean, you have to climb over each other a little bit to play it, but I like that aspect. Anyway, I shall see you later, and happy gaming. Thank you.